The answer is 2 times 3a minus 7b squared. This was an example of a perfect square practice problem. Did you get the right answer? Congratulations if you did. Let's see how we got that answer. Remember, whenever I factor any polynomial, I want to look to see if there's a greatest common factor. When I look at the variables, I can see there's not a variable portion of a greatest common factor, but I notice 18, 84, and 98 are all even numbers. Since they're all even numbers, I know that there is a greatest common factor of 2. So the first thing I want to do is factor out the 2. When I factor out the greatest common factor of 2, I'm left with 9a squared minus 42ab plus 49b squared. What I notice when I look at this problem is that the first term and the last term are perfect squares. Let me write it that way. 9a squared can be written as the quantity 3a squared. 49b squared can be written as the quantity 7b quantity squared. When I see a perfect square in the first term and a perfect square in the second term, I have to check to see if the middle term is 2 times the square root of the first term times the square root of the last term. Let's check. 2 times 3a times 7b is equal to 21 times 2 is 42ab. So we know that this is a perfect square. Since the first term is 3a squared, and the last term is 7b squared, and the middle term is 2 times the square root of the first term times the square root of the last term, I know it's a perfect square. Now, knowing that it's a perfect square, I have to remember the formula. The square root of the first term is 3a. I need a minus because the middle term is minus, and then the square root of the last term, which is 7b, and we square it. Now, a good thing to do when you're doing these factoring problems is to check your answer. When you check your answer, let's FOIL this out. 3a minus 7b squared is 3a minus 7b times 3a minus 7b. 3a times 3a is 9a squared. 3a times negative 7b is negative 21ab. Negative 7b times 3a is negative 21ab. And negative 7b times negative 7b is positive 49b squared. So I can combine the two middle terms. I can also multiply it through by 2. When I finish multiplying through by the GCF, I get 18a squared minus 84ab plus 98b squared, which is what we started with. So we know that we got the right answer.